Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Julian Gennady, and this is a Here We Go Coach's Corner video for Edon Zhegrova, the player from Kosovo and the player from Lille joining Juventus to bolster our attack. And the way we do this here, Coach's Corner, I usually go through the money, the report itself, all the financial figures, where he plays, injury history, uh, advanced metrics in the past. And for Zhegrova particularly, it's gonna be tough to get a real radar of where he is in terms of where he was before the adductor surgery. And we'll get all into that. But first, let's go to the money part of it all. So I have to add this. Cool. And there's my face, so it's okay. Lille accept a package in excess of 20 million euros for Edon Zhegrova, and who only wanted Juventus. And he agreed personal terms, and we know he agreed personal terms a couple of weeks ago. We know his history and his past. We know that he recently updated his passport to be Albanian, or like added a passport to be Albanian. We know the prime minister or president, whatever you call that, of Albania is a massive Juventus fan as well. I don't think that had anything to do with this transfer. I think it was Edon Zhegrova pushing to join Juventus. He's really good friends with Jonathan David. He really likes the team or the club itself. And I think we also needed to add a sixth attacker just because of all of our games that we'll be playing, especially in December, in the winter months with the Champions League, Coppa Italia, league play, all that stuff. So now we have six. Again, if you watch my previous, or depending on the order you watch this, maybe you're watching the Zhegrova one first and the Openda one second, but I did make an Openda Coach's Corner as well. So now we have six attackers. It's Vlahović, David, Zhegrova, Chico, Openda, Yildiz. Lots of depth. It's going to be interesting to see how they all fit. They have a lot of different dynamics about them all. And right now we're going to just dive into basically the monetary part of it still, plus the off-field stuff for Zhegrova particularly. So I'm going to share this tab. And we see that Zhegrova on Transfer Market has a 25 million euro market value with 1 year remaining on his contract. I thought we could probably get that a little bit down. Again, we don't know the exact figure. We don't know the official PDF file that Juventus always tweets out. We'll know that shortly because it's after, like I said, the deadline. And again, a player of Edon Zhegrova's pure technical quality, it's going to be fun to see, fun to watch him try stuff, something different, a la a Douglas Costa. Not as athletic as Costa, in my opinion. But the trickery and the entertainment value, he's got that. This guy's got that. And again, I have a comparison as well with Chico, Nico, and Zhegrova. And of course, Zhegrova's numbers are going to be a little bit diluted because he only played so few games last season. And if we continue to go that route by checking his injury history, I think we all know that he had adductor surgery. He had that in December last year, and he still hasn't played he hasn't even played a friendly game since that surgery. Of course, he's been training and whatnot. We've seen him around. He obviously did his medical today, so something's got to give. So we see the adductor pain. He's been out 261 days. He missed 29 games for Lille. And he's had not a horrible injury history, but if you compare this to Openda's, it's crazy because Openda's missed 1 game in his career. As we see, it's not horrible, his injury history, but there's still signs. What I do know about the adductor surgery from our community member Norbert, you're not supposed to really have any issues going forward after you have this kind of surgery on this injury. So I guess that eases your mind a bit, but then you look at J Medical's history, you look at this guy in particular, like, I'm scared he might be a J Medical #1 season ticket holder, but at the same time, the pure entertainment itself, it could be good. So we leave transfer market, all that good stuff. Now we're going to go to, close that. We're going to go to Zhegrova's complete scouting report on FPF reference. And there's one stat that pops out in particular. I'm going to view the complete scouting report. And yes, we got that. Ale, stop texting me, buddy. My bad, people. Wait for it to load. Okay, so we see as clear as day, there's one metric where he stands out above a lot of people, and it's the successful take-ons. He's in the 94 percentile. That's top. As we've seen the past, let's say, couple seasons, we've missed players. Well, we have one that can take players on no problems, Kenan Yildiz. But other than that, it's go down his line and he's going to make something happen. We don't have the dual threat. I think Chico's was brought in to possibly help with that, but the decision making after beating your first man is jarring at times with Chico. Maybe it's Zhegrova's experience, and I don't know. Maybe he can be a little bit better than Chico in that regard, but again, his even Zhegrova's decision making isn't the greatest, and he's like 3 or 4 years older than Chico as well. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about this particular signing. I'm not hyped about it. Just the entertainment factor would be cool because, like I said, it is Douglas Costa-esque, and then you can see all these again advanced stats. His passing not that good, but he's one of those players that tries to do stuff. But again, so does Chico. So like, it's here or there. What do you like better? You like the 22-year-old making mistakes right now, or do you accept a little bit more success that comes from Zhegrova making similar mistakes? So you see all these. There's obviously the goal creating actions via shot. He's top percentile. Shot creating actions, he's decent. Again, that's the little creativity he has. So we see those there. Again, he's going to come in. He's going to provide depth. He's going to help out for sure. He's going to, once you see this next comparison, you're going to see why he provides depth and help, because Nico Gonzalez provided nothing in the attack last year. And once you see this, like I said, let's see if it's popped up on your screen. This is from Data MB as well. Okay, yeah, you can see it. So Zhegrova is the blue, Chico's the pink, and guess who the green is? Nico. And again, you're going to probably all say, oh, well, we knew this was happening. Nico was so bad with us last year. And I agree. I didn't think he was this bad, though, in comparison to these two other players. Like, Chico's advanced stats are incredible. I've never seen a pie that big before on this graph. He basically beats everything that Zhegrova does in a harder league, because Serie A is harder to attack, let's say, compared to Ligue 1. So Zhegrova only trumps Conceição in the NPG category, the non-penalty goals, and then Nico does nothing, as you can see. So we are analytically improving. Now Tudor has to find a way to exploit these players, especially Chico and Zhegrova, to help Yildiz carry the load of attacking and beating players and creating. Again, the link up and the familiarity with David will be good, especially in some games where you're playing low blocks. David and Zhegrova have done this before together, at least. Now you add in Yildiz to the mix. Maybe Openda starts and you add some pace to the team. It's a nice group to have, a nice group of 6 to have. Again, solely rely. I know people are gassed up from Zhegrova because they've seen the highlight videos and they see that he loves Juventus and all that stuff. There's a reason he's 27 and hasn't left Lille yet, right? When Hazard was killing it at Lille, he left at 22 or whatever, 21, right? These other players that leave a little early because they're dominant, like David ran down his contract to leave, right? So, and he left at 24, 23. So there's a reason why he's about to be 27 and was still at Lille, and nobody really wanted to buy him and all that stuff. We did. We're taking the chance on him. Again, I'm not pooping on the player, but he's an added quality, as in he's obviously better. We've improved on Nico, which is a plus. Now, what is he going to add to the team in terms of improving on top four? We'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this a fire deal? Is this not a good deal? Did Comoli do well to wait to the last day to get the deal over the line? I think the consensus is that he's obviously better than Nico, so yeah, it's a plus. But let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see what happens during the season, how all these 6 players mesh in the attacking departments. See you next time, guys.